Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of City Skylines, Pittsburgh. In today's episode, I'll be completing some infrastructure work around the West End Bridge and the Rivers Casino. In the last episode, which I've linked above, I completed Polish Hill and the surrounding industrial area at the bottom of the hill. If you're interested in checking out more, click the link that I've included above. To kick off the infrastructure work for the West End Bridge, I'm completing the service interchange found just north of the Rivers Casino. This service interchange allows traffic to come off of the West End Bridge and Route 19 to reach the casino and stadium district. I'm using the Blank Roads pack by TDW along with the mod's Node Controller, Intersection Marking Tool, and Move It to get the intersection as close as possible to real life. This video is going to be a little bit different from the ones I've posted in the past. I usually do infrastructure work off camera because I'm not the best at it. It takes me a little while and it's a lot of adjustments with Move It and other mods. But after some discussion on my Discord channel, I realized there's an interest in showing off some of the more complicated infrastructure work in the city of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is pretty unique in that it has some pretty crazy intersections as well as some unconventional traffic solutions that you might not see in other American cities. In the second half of my project, I may replace some of this work, including this intersection I'm working on now. I'm thinking about updating it to a roundabout, but let me know in the comments below what you think should go here instead. Now I'm starting work on the northern side of the West End Bridge interchange where State Route 19 and 65 meet the West End Bridge. Here I'm just making some space between the highway so I can drag the center exit lane that brings traffic from Beaver Ave onto the highway. To recreate the slope and curvature of the West End Bridge, I use Move It along with Google Earth to figure out the elevation of the center and ends of the bridge. On the real-life bridge, there's about a 5-meter difference between the middle and ends of the bridge, giving it a distinct curve. Then I use the mod Network Multi-Tool to create the smooth slope from each end to the other. Now I'm continuing to use the mods Move It and Network Multi-Tool to get the elevation of the highway correct, along with the slope. I use the Slope tool and Network Multi-Tool to get the smooth slopes from one point to the other, and then as I mentioned in my last video, I use Google Earth to measure the elevation of the roads by hovering my cursor over the point which I want to measure. This allows me to get the smooth slopes and realistic heights for all the highways and roads in my city. Here, I'm using the downtown parking garage asset by King Leno to begin building the casino. In real life, the garage is about 35 meters tall, so I used the building height search feature in Find It to find a building that's 35 meters tall to measure out the garage height. Now I'm just using the mod node controller to go back through the highway turn and give it a slight embankment. I used the twist tool on each node to give it a slight embankment of about 3 to 4 degrees around the turn to make it more realistic. create the main building for the Rivers Casino, I take 4 different building assets and mold them with procedural objects into the correct shape of the casino. The Cosign building, Bradkey Corporate, and Robles Office Pack all come together to create the main shape of the casino lobby and entrance. The Rivers Casino was granted its casino license in 2006, but it was not without controversy. The Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board is allowed to issue up to 17 casino licenses, with one being in Pittsburgh. 4 organizations enter the proposal process for the casino license. PITG Gaming LLC, a holding company, was awarded the license. Local community groups expressed concerns over its proposed north side location, citing increased traffic congestion due to its location near PNC Park and Heinz Field. create the Rivers Casino logo banner, I actually use a separate program called Paint.net. I take the logo and put it into a PNG image and then import that to my local procedural objects file folder. That way I can use it to import it into the game through procedural objects texture management module. For the second half of the video, I'm going to be building the southern interchange of the West End Bridge. This interchange is slightly unconventional in its design, connecting Sawmill Run Boulevard with the West End Bridge, West Carson Street, Steuben Street, and Greenleaf Street. The interchange is made more complex by navigating over and under two rail lines, the Mon Line and the Pittsburgh Subdivision Line, as well as over a stream. This interchange is also known for having one of the most dangerous intersections in all of Pittsburgh. The high-speed car traffic and the complicated light lead to more accidents at this intersection than almost any other in Pittsburgh. Bungalow Man, an asset creator who's been helping and collaborating with the Pittsburgh project, shared some history on the West End Interchange, how it used to be called the West End Circle. Until the early 2000s, the center roadway under the train track did not exist. It required vehicles to navigate around a ring road through the railroad underpasses seen on the right and left in order to get from the West End Bridge to Route 51 or Sawmill Run Boulevard and West Carson Street. The project to create the center roadway was called the Hole in the Wall project and created the direct link seen in the center. The outer rows were then slightly squared off, and they were repurposed to connect West Carson Street with the actual West End neighborhood. To recreate the Sawmill Run drainage ditch and stream that runs underneath the West End Interchange, I used some of these tunnel entrance props by Ronick 69, as well as the PO blocks. Later, off camera, I actually get this down to just 3 props, and then I use ploppable grass, also by Ronick 69, to cover it up and give it the grassy look on top that it has in real life. To finish up the final details of the southern interchange, I'm just placing these California freeway signs by Ghost Raider MX and using procedural objects to customize them so that they match the real-life signage. In order to make the customization process a little bit easier, I've downloaded some custom font packs from the workshop, such as this Highway Shields pack, which includes the Keystone logo for the highways seen in Pennsylvania. I then used the text customization tool within procedural objects to add the correct text and get everything lined up. Thanks for watching this episode of City Skylines Pittsburgh. To finish off the episode, here's some cinematics of what we built today.